Nina Dobrev mocks Meg acting skills after rejecting her beg for a role in the Vampire Diaries reboot. Nina Dobrev is best known for the Vampire Diaries. Although the show ended 6 years ago, the craze about the series is still very much alive. As a question was posed to the Sofia native on Sirius XM's The Jess Cagle show about the possibility of CW's show's reboot. Oh my goodness, I think it's way too soon to be talking about a reboot because it didn't even end that long ago, she continued. But I'm very close with Paul, Wesley, and Kayla, Ewell, and Candice, Accola, and Kat Graham, and the list goes on, because it was such a big part of our lives for so many years. So it's hard not to stay in touch with everybody and see them when we can. The 34-year-old also said she would return to the Vampire franchise, but that depends on two things. It will always depend on the role and the director. I don't want to say never, because if Steven Spielberg is directing or Martin Scorsese has a vampire flick coming up and there's a great role that will challenge me in some way, maybe, I guess, so yeah. When Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, heard the news, she called Nina and said she wanted to take part in the Vampire Diaries reboot and hoped Nina could connect her to the director Chris Grismer. Instead of assisting Meghan, Nina dealt her a severe blow by refusing her plea and instead delivering insults that left Meghan frowning in despair. If you don't know, Meghan and Nina Dobrev knew each other after they joined DirecTV's 8th annual Celebrity Beach Bowl on February 1st, 2014 in New York. The news came after a report in Australia's showbiz mag New Idea, since picked up by the Mirror, suggests that Meghan could return in an incredibly appropriate role. It's been claimed that she could play the lead part in a sequel to the hit 1992 movie The Bodyguard, essentially replacing Whitney Houston. The Bodyguard 2 has been planned since the mid-1990s, with the first female lead in line for the role being Princess Diana. Star Kevin Costner was friendly with Diana and had taped her up to star in the film. Diana was said to have agreed to be in the film, but the first draft of the script was completed the day before she tragically died in a car crash. The film was great, but it could now return with another woman estranged from the royal family taking the part once offered to Princess Diana. The studio liked the idea of doing a Bodyguard 2, Costner told People TV in 2019, adding that Diana would have the co-lead role in the same kind of capacity as Whitney. He added, "I just remember her being incredibly sweet on the phone, and she asked the question, she goes, 'Are we going to have like a kissing scene?' She said it's a very respectful way. She was nervous because her life was very governed, and I said, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of that, but we can make that okay too." Costner had first opened up about the plans for Bodyguard 2 during a 2012 interview on the Anderson talk show. He revealed that the film would have seen him return as bodyguard Frank Farmer, who had moved from protecting Whitney and was now protecting Diana's character from paparazzi and stalkers. The Bodyguard was turned into a successful stage musical that year, which is still running to this day. The film returned to cinemas last year for its 30th anniversary, while a remake is currently in the works. Will Meghan Markle's brand survive without her husband, Prince Harry? The Duchess of Sussex signed with WME in April, and while she works alongside Ari Emanuel and curate her public image, critics speculated that the former actress is planning her return to Hollywood without her spouse. Even though Meghan's team has been quiet, royal commentator Angela Levin thinks Meghan's reputation is dependent on her marriage. Without him, she's nothing. I don't think they'll split yet, but I think she wants to prove that she's really strong on her own, Levin told Sky News Australia. Whatever they did together, and they were so happy that way. But now there's no contact, there's no touching, there's no helping, Levin added.